Would you please say your name, age, and tell me a little bit about yourself?
My name is Lucette Macintyre, and my birthday's Friday, and I'm going to be 89, and I'm originally from Messina, New York, and I've worked libraries in the school system in Peru. And what else would you like?
What was your life when back at my age?
My life at your age, we were 7 people at home, a family of 7. And my parents talked French. And my brother, who's the firstborn, he went to kindergarten and he talked French. So he didn't do very well. So we had to change our system at home. My mother and father could talk to us in French, but we had to answer in English. So then I can understand it, but I can't speak it very well.
What was it like growing up?
Growing up? Well. It was fun. There was always somebody at home, and I had a lot of friends. I used to ice skate. I skated in an ice show once. Busy, really busy. I kept myself busy.
Do you have any grandkids?
I have 3 grandkids, 3 great-grandkids. Yeah, well, at my age, my kids are having kids. And one of my oldest child died last year. She was 61, and it was painful.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
What do you do for fun?
When I was growing up, I used to work at Kennedy's drugstore. I worked there for a long time. First, I started out as a soda jerk. No coffee at my 6-stool fountain. No coffee, just ice cream, and I could make a hell of a milkshake.
What did you enjoy most when you were my age?
Skating and sledding. Yep. I used to do a lot of skating.
What is one thing you remember really getting in trouble for?
Oh, trouble. Oh, I couldn't get in much trouble. I had brothers or sisters no matter where I went. And trouble. I was a good kid. I'd had no troubles.
What one teacher and subject had the biggest impact on your life?
I was an officer in my classes. In my freshman year, I was an officer in class. And it was different because they expected me to be like my brothers and sisters. And so I had a lot of teachers and I had a lot of warnings. Who did what and what they expected and all this kind of stuff.
What did you love most about being a teenager?
Every Saturday night, they would have a dance in the town hall. And used to go to the dances all the time. And dancing. I really loved dancing.
What is your most memorable decade?
When my son was a hockey player. And he played hockey from kindergarten through 12th grade. And he kept us busy. He was born 10 years after my 2 girls were born. So we dedicated our life to my son, who was spoiled. In fact, he's coming up Friday.
Nice. Name one thing that you didn't have while growing up but are happy to have now.
I always had pocket money because I worked, but my family was 7 kids. There was things that, I didn't expect to go to college because we were 7 kids.
Yeah.
I didn't have a bicycle.
You didn't have a bicycle?
But my oldest brother's girlfriend was moving to California and she gave us her bike. So then I had a bike. So that was kind of nice. But my father would always let me take the car. I worked at the Alcoa plant in bookkeeping during my high school years. And I used to have to walk to go to work. I used to get home at 5 and had to go to work at 6. And so my father would let me take the car down. So it was kind of nice.
What has been your favorite thing about getting older?
The freedom. You basically can do what you like. My husband died 21 years ago. So that was a big loss because the world is made for couples. And when you're a single person, it's harder, much, much harder. So I took it and I used to work a little and stuff, but I got into a lot of crafts and that type of thing.
That's good.
Yeah.
Were your parents strict? If so, what type of rules did they have?
Well, they weren't strict. We were we could do what we wanted pretty much, and this type of thing. The only thing I wished was like my spelling tests. There was nobody to help me with it because they were more Canadian and spoke French and that type of thing. But I always had sisters and brothers that could help.
Yeah, that's really good.
Mm.
What advice do you have for me?
For you, go to college. I took some courses at college. I worked at the college for a while too. And go to college. My children are all college material and they all make good money and they have a good living. So make sure you go to college.
It will help my learning skills, won't it?
So, but they're good to me. When my daughter lives in Florida, she plays golf 5 days a week. My son's in Saratoga, and I see a lot of him, and I go down there a lot. So.
Who's your friends you have here at Lake Forest?
All of them. I'm a friendly person, and I live on 3, and all the people on 3 are very friendly.
That's good.
Yeah. And some are your better friends, and some are not your better friends. Mm-hmm. I eat with a nice bunch of friends. I eat with one person. She used to live down the street. Her daughter used to live down the street from my daughter, so we get involved with that kind of thing. And I used to go to the senior council quite a bit. I used to volunteer. I was on the board down there for about 8 years. And I look for things to do.
That's good.
Yeah, I really do.
Do you have any questions from me?
Do you like school?
Yes, I enjoy it. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I still enjoy school.
You do it good to absorb it all and listen and pay attention. Listening, I used to work at the high school in Peru with the kids that had a hard time learning and this type of thing. And I'll meet people on the street that I'll say, what's your social security number? And they knew it. I made them memorize their social security numbers because they were the type of people that would have to know it for the rest of their life, and this type of thing. So I enjoyed it, though. I really did. I really enjoyed it. You've been a good interviewer.
Thank you.
I wasn't surprised with some of your questions. You didn't stump me.